They love their enslavement. They can't see themselves or see what they've been missing out on or see what they have done because they've literally closed the door to the light that sheds light on what they've rationalized out of their reality. So a lot of these ways that we deal with that rationalization are by installing the gap fillers like mainstream religions, food, sex, drugs, social media, fame, fortune, television, politics, all of this stuff that's a part of this Western civilization that ultimately has no concern with humanity. It exists at the expense of humanity. It exists at the expense of nature. So when you see that, then you can see that the system itself exists at the expense of your consciousness, shocked wave through your soul, your mind, and your body. So when people ask, why would they lie about the universe? This is why. Because they're not lying about the universe. They're lying for the intention of separating you from your relationship to the universe. The universe that is largely non-physical, that only appears to be physical based upon what we've been told by the illusionists. So they've just taken that illusion and doubled down constantly, generation upon generation, by drugging you up, keeping you locked into the emotional body, keeping you fearful, and simultaneously growing the illusion at the same time, the doggy tree. So this is why technology has a growth pattern. This is why the industrial age had this growth pattern. Intellect, information has a growth pattern, because as long as they affect that growth pattern, they affect your focus, your consciousness, and in affecting your consciousness and your focus, they affect their ability to control time through your belief systems. And as long as you are locked in to their version of the universe through your belief systems, that will affect, like I said earlier, your ability to either be subjected to time, subjected to the experience, or utilize your soul expression to the maximum potential within this time, within this experience. That's the actual definition of the polar shift. It's a different version of reality. It's not subjected to the world as it's presented to us. It's based upon you as the experiencer and the vibration of your consciousness. Every day you have the potential to grow, to learn, to do something. That's not what the norm is in society, though. The norm is to get your money, get that food on the table, work on your 401k, and just deal with life. See how that affects your soul, your consciousness? People don't even, that's the thing. People who are locked into that reality and priding themselves in that materialistic version of reality, they have to be told that they are not a soul. They are only the body. That's the infrastructure of why you are told that you are only the materialistic version of yourself by people like Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson. And the fight between mainstream religions and scientism on television is to make you think that things are changing, to choose a side. You're not going to choose mainstream religion and the whole belief in that version of God inherently, because innovation and the most evolved people are all on the side of so-called science, or the religion of scientism. So through that version of the Hegelian dialectic, you're forced to choose the emptiness universe. You're forced to choose the heliocentric deadlands. And that's the intent of this heliocentric system. So if you see this place from the perspective of a dream, not to say that this is a dream, I mean, you can argue it poetically and stuff like that, but just to see it from the laws of the worlds of the dream world, then you can see how it's another way of seeing how we've been controlled, why we've been controlled, why time is so important, why your consciousness, your focus is so important. Why are video games promoted so much? Why is fast food promoted so much? Why is the university system, heliocentrism, politics, why is that promoted so much? These are time stealers. These are consciousness mind control programs that affect you in the long run. And like I said, this entity, or these entities that could be seen as anchored in evil, that want to expand those mind control programs so they can fill your gaps with themselves. That's just another version of, the rich getting richer while the poor get poorer. They're getting richer at the expense of your lack of richness. So you're going to have conscious beings who know that and don't give a shit, and will continue that process to expand that process into future generations, so their children and grandchildren, their generations, their timeline can benefit from that. Multiply that times non-physical entities that don't even exist inside time. They're not limited to time. And then you'll realize how important time really is.